reflect this is the Clay County Alcoholic Beverage Board, June the 8th, 2026. No remonstrant present today, but an applicant seeking renewal after a violation. So if you would raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm under the penalties of perjury that the answers given on your application and any answers to any questions asked by the board to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. Only item on the agenda this morning for automatic renewal is Kroger Limited Partnership 1, DL 11-21839. No violations or remonstrance. I make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 3-0. Remaining item is Mario Brothers Incorporated, RR 11-23795. Applicant with, it appears now 2 violations. So I know we've talked a little bit, but since it's been a second since we've gotten back together here, just run through these violations again. The first one is Wednesday, July 23rd of 2024, which was for operating on an expired permit. An officer entered and purchased a drink while you had an expired permit. So give us a rundown of that, why your permit was expired and how you've remedied that.
I paid access by 46,000.
So at the time that you had this tax debt, what was the plan for getting this fixed in your mind?
Yes.
And then knowing that you didn't have an active alcohol license, but you continued to serve. So you've got, really 2 conflicting ideas here. You've got a tax lien, but you have an expired.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to give that, well, the one I did all the account was for permit, but extension. I don't know, she don't do it because you don't tell me I had to go in and ask her for extension. And I don't know that time. Okay, I said,
Okay.
asking him.
So are you talking at the time of the violation?
Yes.
And
yes.
you were using an accountant to do your paper?
No, my account always using to give my extensions and all that. But right now I already know when I have that problem, I just go and ask them for extension.
So you went and
Yes, well, I don't know anything. After you, I just find out. What happens? I go, somebody told me, just go there and ask them for extension.
Okay, so did you?
Yeah, yes, I did. I did it, but I have a little issues. You never give it to me. I have to pay them the money.
Okay, so you asked for a letter of extension. This is your testimony. You asked for a letter of extension. Your accountant didn't do it for you. She told you to go to Indianapolis. And you went to Indianapolis.
Somebody else.
It was somebody else.
Somebody else have a liquor license. He'd go in asking for extension and say, hey, give it to me.
Okay, so you were recommended to do this.
Did you say a legal license or a liquor license?
No, liquor license, like extension.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so you were recommended to go to Indianapolis from another business owner and ask for a letter of extension.
Last time, I don't. Yes, was to have it a month ago, and I just forget to have a meeting with you guys.
Okay,
Because-
let's stay focused on this particular
Yeah, I mean-
transfer here. So you went to Indianapolis
Mhm,
and you asked for a letter of extension.
mhm.
And what did they say?
No, because you had to do something to have to do it. The account to send it to the state to do it.
Okay, so
Yeah, because we have a evaluation and go there and in the account you do all the paperwork you have to do it. And you give it and give it.
okay, so you were given a set of instructions from the Alcohol and Tobacco Commission
Mhm.
and you didn't do that.
Well, because I told the account to pay I need to pay all the money I owe. Because I owe like $36,000.
Okay, and how did you clear that up?
I had to pay. I think I sold a property, a house in Greencastle.
Okay, so you
And,
sold the house and you got the tax issue taken
Yeah.
care of, and then what did you do?
Yeah,
Then what?
and they go to Indianapolis and get extension,
Okay,
and they start serving alcohol again.
okay,
But the time can,
okay. So you paid the tax that
yeah,
you got the extension that you
Extension.
needed. Okay. And then we turn around and on Thursday, January 8th of 2026, you were cited again for sales with an expired permit, no employee permit, no record of employee permit. And looking down at the body of this report, and so it says that officer entered at 12:30, entered in a non-identified capacity because they had looked and noted that your permit had been expired in our computer system, and it had been expired since April 1st of 2025. And this is in January 8th of 2026. So why was your permit expired still, or again, on April 1st, roughly a year later, you're expired again, and you've been operating for what, 7 months until someone came in and did an inspection and found it again. So why is that the case?
Well, because like I told you, I owe the money.
Okay, well, you just told me that you paid off that in
Well-
2024.
No. So I kind of confused because I mean, talk about the time they went to pray with them.
Okay, so did you ever
I
have
can,
your
the
license
time,
made?
the one you asked me, I can't remember exactly what happened that night. The two, I can remember.
Yeah.
I have too many things, like last, actually, like, I forgot last time I come. And just, I had to pay what was 100,000 in the taxes, I say. And I'm short a little bit, something, I need to figure out something. And to pay the 100,000.
What's the nature of the tax issue where
I
you
was
keep
gonna ask
having
the same question.
such large issues with the
Oh,
tax?
taxes is, you know, me, I think it's a lot of money.
Sales tax? Is that?
Yes, where's the sales tax? No, this one, this is no, this is the property tax. The one the last time
The
the
100?
town probably just wanted too much, pay 100,000.
I got a question
Go,
for us.
sure.
So if you have a tax lien against you,
Mhm.
it goes against your alcohol.
If it runs through Department of Revenue, it'll put a hold on all of the licenses issued by the state until.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then when he gets that taken care of, does he have to pay, since up to date, everything up to date to get all of his
I talk about taxes.
his taxes plus his employee?
The tax part, I'm not exactly sure about. I would say that if he's got a dollar figure given to him, that he would have to pay up for whatever they say the lien is in order for them to release the permits, then he would have to go through the process.
Right, well, then since his employee didn't have the right paperwork since April, and this was caught in January, does he have to pay 8 months of?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I'm just trying to figure out.
Yeah, I don't know that I know the answer to that from a DOR standpoint. I'm not sure. Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's concerning that you don't know the details of how many restaurants do you have remaining?
Remaining,
You got one in Park County that's still open?
yes, I like that by 15,
What was that?
15.
15, 15 restaurants. Who's running this restaurant?
No, my wife is there. But you know, he's there 7 days a week. And I said, look, you 7 days a year. I'm a fight with my wife. You cannot take care of one restaurant.
Well, you have an accountant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have account. Like say alcohol. Account you supposed to when the guy what's his name? Teodoro, he said, you supposed to say, what's your liquor license? And he had the liquor license, he just expired. He never looked at it. I've been talking to my wife. I said, if you're in charge of your here, I have more things to do to the other restaurants, not only here. Yeah, but I said, my name, everything. I said, you guys, you don't know nothing. I said, you don't worry to pay a bill. You don't wait to pay taxes. You guys, you don't know nothing. Well, what are my kids? I've been fighting. I mean,
Maybe it's time to put somebody else in charge.
that's what I told him. I thought, I'm gonna put somebody else in charge of you. You here, you don't do nothing. I said, you don't take care of the business.
He's both the same location.
Mario, what kind of violations do you have across your other 14 units in the last year?
Only one, At least because I can handle at least the one and Vincent's and Vincent's, he have the evaluation, but he was the contact everything was in my name.
Mhm.
Which one of Vincent's? The one
Third Street.
on Third Street, which is not yours anymore.
The liquor no more. It's long story. I'm supposed to lease that property. And the guy is, well, he take it forever, the license. And sign a contract, but he never, he only give me the rent and the deposit.
Okay, but
Yeah,
that restaurant is not open. It's not been open for a year.
No, it's not open because it's the problem. The guy at lease it, he already got the liquor license. But the lease, he never paid me like, only give me a month rent and a deposit. And he take it forever to the liquor license, and he never pay me any more rent. And right now, supposed to negotiate right now and supposed to have a now agreement.
Okay, that's really neither here
Yeah.
nor there. Your lease agreement, that sounds.
Mario, can I be honest with you?
Mhm.
I am inclined not to recommend approval. And a lot of it has to go back to a conversation you and I had privately one time.
Yeah.
Where I said, I promise you that if you come before this board again, I will vote not to renew. And at some point, my credibility gets put on the board or put on the line, and this board's credibility gets put on the line. Because what I can suggest to you is that you probably have had more violations than probably everybody else in Clay County combined, and I can't prove that. But I don't recall anybody coming before the board in the last 6 months and with a violation, and they may prove me wrong. And so the question that we have to ask is, what are you not doing that they are that keeps you as a frequent flyer into this courtroom? And so for those reasons, I'm gonna make a motion that we do not recommend renewal for your liquor license.
Hey, you're the boss, nothing I can do. You know me?
Now, I hope when you come back in 12 months and apply again, I
You
hope
know
you
what?
come back with an approval or, excuse me, a plan to get these things in order.
I tell you, I guarantee you're gonna, you know me? I'm gonna go at the top on my wife. Right now, because he's the one to be, I said, look, you want to go to the meetings and you find out the things you have to get done. I mean, it's not an easy thing, you just stay here and not.
Well, Mario, let me just stop you there. Because at the end of the day, you're the owner of these restaurants. They're in your name, so the buck stops with you.
Yeah.
I've been to a lot of boards with you and a lot of issues in a lot of counties. You always blame somebody else for the problem. So this board has voted for or made a motion for and seconded to hold you accountable for your actions. And I think if you change that perspective to, you are ultimately the one that has to clear these issues. You're the one that has to take care of these businesses and not blame your wife or your kids or
I agree with you.
whomever else. Okay. Yeah, for a vote to not recommend, what's the official reason?
The official reason to not recommend is going to be the excessive violations that have occurred over the past several years, not just the last, since 2024, but
Okay.
I think if we would go back, I've been on this board 20 years. And this is the first time I've made that recommendation, but I believe Mario has been in front of this board probably at least 10 times in that 20-year period.
Motion's made and seconded for denial. All in favor of that motion?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 3-0, none opposed. This will be set for the next available commission meeting. I believe that is the third Tuesday of this month.
What?
Third Tuesday of this month. Let me get a date for you.
And he does have the ability to appeal that,
He
correct?
can appeal, yes.
Can appeal this.
That would be the 16th, June 16th.
Next week.
Yes. Okay, there's no
So what
other.
is that, right now, so. No ask them for more extension, because the extension's over a couple days, think it's a couple of days
How many extensions have you had?
to the second.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to get commission approval after the first extension. So you would have to wait until that commission hearing on the 16th in order to get another extension anyways. So what's the date that your current letter of extension expires? I mean, you've already submitted a third extension request, as far as I can see, on February the 17th. And that would have to go to the commission during the commission hearing in order for them to grant you a third letter of extension. So they would be considering this a letter of extension at the third time. So whatever the expiration date is for your second letter, that's the end date, depending upon the judgment of the state commission on the 16th. Follow? Okay. So there's a request and a recommendation that's going to the state commission on the 16th. The recommendation is not to renew your license. Your request is for a letter of extension.
Okay.
So the commission will consider both and act accordingly. But if your letter of extension, your current letter of extension expires on Tuesday of this week, then they're not going to give you an extension before the 16th.
In spite of the extension.
What was that?
The one in spite of the extension, the 16th.
Let's see. Expiration date is 5/6. At least the one that I've got set in front of me right now. So a month ago.
Makes it.
May 6th.
Yeah, like a month ago. And I don't see, well,
Because that's going for another extension.
well, they're not in chronological order, so I've got to sift through the dates here. Let's see what this one says. Okay, this one says June 16th. So the expiration date's on the hearing of the commission.
Okay.
Okay.
So
All right.
9 o'clock,
Sorry?
9 o'clock, 16th.
Yeah. But you don't have to go to it. I mean, you can watch it online. I suppose you can go to it, but you won't be able to give testimony. You can just watch.
Okay. All right, thank you.
All right.
Thank you.